Windshield Survey by Christine Green, Nursing 447, Professor Judith Fidelo, MSN MBA. Assessment and boundaries. The two communities I chose to compare are Eagle, Idaho and Caldwell, Idaho. The two cities are within 20 minutes of me in two separate directions, putting them about 30 minutes apart from each other. Eagle and Caldwell are both cities without significant borders except on a map, and both sort of blend into the next city. Their borders are solely defined by boundaries drawn on a geographical map. Although both cities were established around the same time in the 1930s, their physical differences are significant. Caldwell is a more industrial area with less open land, and Eagle is a more rural area on the outskirts with more open land. Environment and appearance. Both cities are in a fairly urban area with a significant amount of rural open space and farmland around them. The general appearance of Caldwell is run down and older, with older buildings not well maintained, roads in need of repair, and older shopping areas needing updated. Eagle, on the other hand, has its own numerous older buildings, yet the buildings have either been better maintained or have been updated and retrofitted for the current time. Eagle's roads are well paved with needed repairs being complete, and shopping centers are either new or newly renovated. Eagle's community is much more well maintained and upkept, whereas Caldwell appears to not have much maintenance done on a day-to-day basis. Housing. Housing in Eagle can be found with community names signifying the location of the home, whereas Caldwell does not have planned communities. The city of Caldwell, although about the same age as Eagle, has not maintained its historic properties, and upkeep on older houses is not done. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, Eagle has approximately 10,000 housing units, with 80% of them being homeowner occupied and 20% being rentals, and 90% of all the housing units single-family residences. On the other hand, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, Caldwell has approximately 17,000 homes, with only 60% being homeowner occupied and 40% being rentals. Eagle and Caldwell both have an equal number of older houses built from the 1930s to the 1970s. However, Eagle's older homes have again been well maintained and updated, whereas Caldwell's older homes are run down and ill-maintained. Yards aren't cared for, and the properties appear to be in need of maintenance. Eagle has many more single-family dwellings built of recent that are very large and built well, with many neighborhoods having custom homes. Although Caldwell does have some newly built properties, they are small type tract homes, with some being multi-unit dwellings. Both cities are within the same weather pattern and have the same air quality, and neither city has much pollution. Caldwell City employs 64 police officers with a ratio of 1.2 officers to every 1,000 residents, and also has use of the Canyon County Sheriff's Department. Eagle does not have its own police department and uses the Ada County Sheriff as its main source of policing. According to city data, there are only 26 registered sex offenders residing in Eagle. However, there are 212 registered sex offenders living in Caldwell. Eagle's population is approximately 20,000 of upper middle class residents with a median income of $82,577. 50% of the residents have a college degree or higher, and 98% of them are employed. Eagle has minimal diversity, with 90% of the residents being Caucasian. Caldwell, on the other hand, has a population of approximately 47,000 middle to lower middle class residents with a median income of $42,855. Only 25% of Caldwell's residents have a college degree or higher, and the diversity is much more prominent, with 65% of the residents being Caucasian, 30% being Hispanic, and the remainder being Asian, Indian, or other ethnicities such as African American. There is an increased number of risk behaviors in Caldwell, as there is a significant gang activity along with illegal drug use. both of which are almost non-existent in Eagle. The variety of services offered is strongly correlated with the local industries as well as the needs of the population. Services in each area tend to indicate the needs of the city's population. However, when it comes to healthcare, there is a significant disparity in Caldwell. In fact, the nearest Planned Parenthood to Caldwell is 16 miles away and is the closest access to sexual health that some people have. When it comes to services offered in each city, Caldwell does have more parks in number, its own police station, a junior college, and a community pool. However, Caldwell lacks access to groceries. Caldwell has a mere 2 grocery stores and limited choices of where to shop. In a health conditions assessment performed by the United Way of Treasure Valley, it was their determination that 2 Albertsons stores service virtually the entire city of Caldwell, limiting the city's access to healthy food. They made some recommendations to the city in order to improve this, including encouraging farmers markets, sharing of community garden sites for picking of fresh fruits and vegetables, and working with large agricultural operations to determine needs of a local farm-to-market program. Eagle, on the other hand, has one very large park, no police station, no college, but numerous places to shop. Each city has a senior center and a local YMCA. Both cities, Eagle and Caldwell, use the same public transportation system, the Valley Regional Transit, which is run by Regional Public Transport, and not only has fixed routes available, but also has additional specialized services, such as Access, which is American Disability Act certified and approved, and the Boise Green bike routes. The majority of the residents of each city do travel by private vehicle. In addition to travel by car, it is common to see people walking and riding bikes. Eagle has 13 churches ranging in denominations from Baptist, Christian to non-denominational, with Caldwell having an extensively larger number of churches at 62 and ranging from Baptist, Christian, Christian Science, Seventh-day Adventist, and non-denominational. Eagle has no hospital in its city. However, there is a hospital within 7 miles and multiple doctors' offices and urgent cares within the city. Caldwell, on the other hand, has limited urgent cares and physicians, but does have a hospital within its city, West Valley Medical Center. According to city data, the top 5 business industries in Eagle are computer and electronics, healthcare, education, professional scientific and technological services, and finance and insurance. The major employers within these categories are Micron, St. Luke's Healthcare System, Mountain Home Air Force Base, and Boise State University. In Caldwell, the most common industries are manufacturing, construction, retail trade, and administration waste management. The major employers are Amalgamated Sugar Company, Plexus Corporation, Caldwell School District, West Valley Medical Center, and Walmart. Working within the healthcare system, I was able to identify 4 health problems I saw in Eagle in relation to Healthy People 2020. Diabetes prevention and control, environmental health, older adults and improving the quality of life, and heart disease and stroke prevention. There are numerous resources within the community of Eagle. The Eagle Senior Center is a main community resource for the older adult, offering many programs and educational classes for seniors to improve health and quality of life. In addition, the Treasure Valley YMCA is available for all ages. There is no shortage of access to health care, with St. Luke's Health System being largely present, along with primary health being readily available and easily accessible. The 4 health problems I identified in Caldwell were adolescent health, nutrition and weight status, injury and violence prevention, and mental health and mental disorders. Caldwell, and even Idaho as a state, has increased its rate of youth obesity over the last 15 years, and obesity has gone from a rate of 9% to an overall rate of 27%. That is a huge jump and really indicates the need for improvement in adolescent health as well as nutrition and weight. Injury and violence prevention again is focused on the youth, but does encompass all ages and focuses on safety in and out of the home, including bullying, along with familial and stranger violence. Mental health and mental disorders is a large problem in the area, as noted by the high rate of teen depression and suicidal ideation. The Caldwell YMCA is perhaps the largest provider of educational programs for the youth. In support of the need for mental health services, there is a Caldwell office of the Idaho Behavioral Health, which offers services such as peer counseling, medication management, crisis intervention, and case management. I attempted to make contact with all key stakeholders, but was unable to successfully get in touch with the Caldwell YMCA director, but was able to speak with Mary, who works within the Treasure Valley YMCA, which is in collaboration with Caldwell YMCA. After speaking with key stakeholders, it became clear that within the city of Eagle, the needs are not nearly as prominent as they are in Caldwell. Although there is a large youth population, as well as a large population of elderly, there were no dire needs that anyone saw as standing out among any others. It seemed to be a general consensus that the senior center was supplying the local seniors with their needs and that medical service as access was not an issue. Both residents, Dennis and Kim, felt as if they lived in a community that was wholesome and well provided for with regards to their needs. On the other hand, Caldwell's needs are numerous and evident. The youth of Caldwell is a major focus, and it is evidenced by the amount of time and resources put in the Youth Master Plan, in which the City of Caldwell is focusing on providing more programs. The Caldwell Youth Coalition is in partnership with the City of Caldwell and the Caldwell School District, and addresses the most urgent issues facing youth, such as safety, after-school supervision, health, education, workforce readiness, and community involvement. When I first started this project, I did not know much about either community, as I live in the middle in both of them, and only visit Eagle on occasion for a meal out, and had never been to Caldwell. After much time and research, I have come to know more about each community and their needs with regards to the population. Eagle appears to be a fairly stable community with money to spend on programs and community needs, whereas Caldwell seems to be a city in need. Caldwell is focusing on their youth with the intensive program, the Youth Master Plan, and they have already seen an improvement since its inception in 2011. Since 2011, crime rates have declined and more youth are staying in school. There are clearly still needs of the community that have not been met, but with the community health and resources, it is possible. Caldwell needs education in health, nutrition, and prevention of obesity, which goes along with better access to healthy foods. The YMCA is going a long way to provide the educational programs needed, and the city and its residents are making an effort as well. Thank you. References.